I want to remind you, though, that next week on Monster Vision, our double feature is Leviathan, the underwater ripoff of Aliens, starring James Weller, followed by Communion, which claims to be the true story of how the horror writer Whitley Strieber was abducted by aliens. So from the sublime, we go back to the same old Hollywood crud. Okay, we've got the remake of King Kong tonight. It's the one that Dino De Laurentiis did in the 70s, the one that kind of implies that Jessica Lange actually falls in love with the gorilla. So, hey, they're in New York, there's moonlight, what are you going to do, all right? This was Jessica Lange's film debut, and she was pretty much razzed by the critics for not living up to the immortal Fay Wray in the 1933 version, but nobody jumped on Jeff Bridges and Charles Grodin. I thought they were much better than the guys from the original, who were Robert Armstrong and Bruce Cabot. You remember them? Bruce Cabot, the love interest in the first movie, a total simp. What a Meister nerd that guy was. Anyhow, you can't really improve on the original King Kong, but I think Dino did an okay job with this one. It's a lot better than King Kong Lives, the really lame sequel starring Mrs. Kong. You remember that one with Linda Hamilton? Yuck. Anyway, we'll talk about the movie as it goes on, but let's look at those drive-in totals. We have 17 dead bodies, 2 breasts, tribal dancing, multiple ape suits, rampaging giant monkey, Charles Grodin pancake, subway bashing, multiple explosions, a copter crash, and of course, in the words of Dino De Laurentiis, when monkey die, everybody cry. That's from an interview he gave to the Philadelphia Inquirer in 1976 when the movie came out. 4 stars. Check it out, and I'll be here to hang with you throughout the evening. Woo! Talk about your change of pace. Who was president in 76? Because that's when King Kong came out. Gerald Ford? Okay, there you go. See, that's how much the assassination changed America, you know, because what's Gerald Ford's legacy? Gerald's legacy is actually his wife's legacy, the Betty Ford Clinic. That's the 70s for you, right?
Back to Monster Vision host Joe Bob Briggs and King Kong on TNT.
Well, I think it's pretty easy to see why they put Jessica Lange in the movie. I've got 2 words to say: yummy. This was her first film role, but she'd been a model in Europe, and she actually did mime in Paris for 2 years right after she got out of college because her husband was a mime. So she dumped him and became a movie star, mostly on the basis of this one movie. She's got that breathy space cadet thing going for her. Actually, this is one of the major differences between the original plot and the remake, because in the original one, the head of the expedition goes to Times Square and he picks up a homeless girl at a soup kitchen to star in his epic movie. This way is not any more likely, but it's a little more interesting. She was washed overboard on a yacht, yada, 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 and everybody else was down below watching Deep Throat, which means she's not that kind of girl, right? Well, we'll see what happens when she meets Mr. Massive here in a minute, all right? Keep going. We're technically in the exposition part of the movie. I hate exposition. Oh, yeah, watch this next scene. I swear we have a Jessica Lange breast exposure here, and I want to congratulate the TNT censors on sneaking one in.